Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab. I do what I do for you. Yeah, it's pyramid day today. We about to go to school. I got a nice lesson for you. It's time to pay attention. Put your big boy pants on because you about to get some information that you can really use. Again, that's what I do for you. Let's go. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. I'm excited about giving you some more. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual of enlightenment, having information that will serve you. Right thinking is way of life, and that's what it is when it's practiced correctly and done right. Of mental and spiritual discipline that you do daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. Better known today, right thinkers, Nihas, or the Great Awakening. They called it the Great Awakening for a reason. And we're going to get into that in a minute. But again, my mission is that all right thinkers reach that Great Awakening. We call it Know Thyself. Your goal as a right thinker is to know thyself. I'm giving you the lessons, I'm giving you the tools, I'm giving you the ammunition, everything you need to make that possible for yourself. That's what I do for you. Let's get this lesson started. Right thinkers, let's talk about mastering what they call the Medtu-Neter. I gave you a little breakdown about that. From Sheet-Neter, we go into Medtu-Neter. That's the writing and the speech of God. That's the original Bible book of coming forth by day that we subscribe to and follow the format by, because it's a teaching tool. It breaks down principles and give you understanding of the hieroglyphics. I didn't go to Egypt to learn how to read hieroglyphics. I went to Egypt to learn how they lived in peace and harmony for 4,000 years. That's what I got for you. Hieroglyphics is a throw-in. Let's go right quick. But it's important to at least understand them. And I can see them and understand some of them. But I know the concept. I know the philosophy. I know the principles. That's what I'm giving to you. Let's go. If Medtu-Neter is mastered, then you, the spiritual aspirant, becomes, you ready? God-like. Okay, but we called it Maakheru. What that mean? What the what? Or true thought, words to come out your mouth, and the deeds that you put in. That's what the principles that right thinking philosophy stands on. That's truth. I can prove it. Moving on. So all that, what nobody know, I don't subscribe to that nonsense concept. So I can make my point clear when you listen and understand you just wrong. Moving on. The words and deeds, that is what. This is how you purify your body, mind, and soul. The Trinity. You have to have the mind, the consciousness to do it. The body had to be physically fit. We give you the yoga, we give you the postures, all the things you need, proper breathing. These are things that in the mind have to what? Stay sharp. Watch this. Mind, body, and soul. And there's a symbol for that. And the Medtu-Neter is called a stat. S-T-A-T-I-C. Like a pen, static. It relates to what? When you see that, it relates to what? Support. To what? Help prop up. While the symbol of Karu is what? A dynamic relating to what? Consistent movement. So they give you the oar, the rowing. This term, Maakheru, uses the glyph of the oar, which is an oar, rowing, indicating movement. How you gonna move? You keep the roar going. You got the roarmen on the boats. If they didn't do their job, did nothing get done. So understand that. And symbolically, that's what it's all about you. You don't put no effort in, you don't get nothing out. You reap what you sow. Let's go. So, and also it's a symbol of what? Voice, meaning that purification occurs through the righteous movements, daily spiritual discipline, roaring motion of the word that is what? When it is used to promote, you ready? Virtue. Okay? Order. Sound familiar? Peace, aka Hotep. Harmony and truth. We have truth. Call Houston. Why? Because if you don't understand that there is truth, you have a problem. Moving on. So Medtu-Neter is what? The potential word. In the beginning, there was what? The word. And Maakheru is what? Is the word in action. Meaning you're thinking it, you're saying it, and more importantly, you're doing it. That's the deeds that he recognized every individual for who does what he's supposed to do. He know. That's what the I signifies. Okay, the pyramid meaning I got understanding of the physical and the celestial. Okay, extraterrestrial. Not extraterrestrial, but terrestrial, meaning upper levels of consciousness. Ain't gonna do it no other people. Calm down, relax, get a grip. Okay, this is gonna be a good lesson. Hope you can understand. Medtu-Neter was just the writing, the signs. We had to learn them, master them. Why? That's how it's done. Self-mastery is learned. Somebody teach, somebody learn. Moving on. So when you understand the truth, so Medtu-Neter is what? The potential word, and Maakheru is the word what? In action. Moving toward what? Perfection within oneself, aka knowledge and knowing thyself, or Nihas. Nirvana if you're in India. But it's all about you becoming one with your higher self, aka God, Supreme Being. Now we got the hieroglyph text. That's Medtu-Neter becoming Maakheru. Useful in the process. Why? It's the process you have to follow. In the process of religion, meaning you have to practice it every day. Religion is a way of life. Right? Think philosophy is not a religion, but it is a way of life. So you're going to follow that pattern sooner or later, but I don't practice a religion. I practice philosophical principles that I stand on. Again, when they are used, heka, that means words of power. You speak it into existence. Watch this. In the ancient Egyptian word, they call it power. When this word is Hesi, Hesi, Hesi means the chant. Okay. And they also got Shema, which is singing, speaking, rocking, whatever. All that's all verbal that you can do to what? And motivate yourself. And my favorite, no, that's not the sign of astonishment. My red arch brothers. Okay, it's called a dua. That's the sign of worship, not blocking the sun rays off the gleam of the pyramids that I know. I'm laughing because I was told that, I believed it, and I taught that. Now I know how Ray Hagans feel about when you was under the influence of that nonsense, not knowing that, but you realize how stupid and ignorant you was. Why? Because you believed it and you passed it on. So that's why I'm laughing at myself. Yeah, I did that. Trust me. But now, when you get the truth, you can laugh at what? The lie. The truth only good when ignorant against a lie. Okay? That's my point, my man. I'm talking to you. Moving on. Now, dua, the worship, sign to the divine. And the divine word allows what? You, the speaker, to have control of the God and goddess from within. In other words, again, cosmic forces that's within you. Luke, use the force. They're in you. The Wizard of Oz. Everybody wanted something and finally in the end, they already had it in them. This is all symbolic and metaphorically. If you don't understand, if you think it's literal, you are lost. You're not getting the point. My goal is to get you to understand so that way you can comprehend the philosophical points of views and concepts that you can implement for yourself and find out if they work or not. Get a little excited. Calm down. All right, thank you. But this concept, again, concept, theologies, concept, all the same thing, philosophies, mythologies, allegories, they all symbolically and the same ideas to get you to learn. I'm a teacher. I'm trying to get you to learn how to know you. Moving on. That's all I do. It's all for you. I've done it already. I know me. That's why I can teach you how to know you. Simple. Moving on. I'm so excited about this. Now, there's this concept, right? Think philosophy is really based on what? The idea, you listen? That human beings are higher order beings, aka divine spiritual beings. We just don't know it. My job is to get you to know it, and knowing thyself is the goal for human beings. Well, for right thinkers, okay? But we are a higher order beings if they learn again about their nature, of of the universe. Again, God, I gave you the gun. God, universe, and nature. That's how God represents himself. You ain't got to believe it. You can know it. And it will elevate themselves what? Through, you ready? Virtue, righteous, and end up with wisdom. Wisdom is experiencing it for yourself. That's why our elders, if they don't know nothing, they know life. Why? They had to live that. They might not know trigonometry, algebra, all that other nonsense that you're talking so good. No, but they know life. Moving on. That's the concept. The world is, excuse me, the word, sorry about that. The word is what? Perfected. How? You ready? Through Shidi. There we go. Back to that. That's profound study. My pastor said he's in his book on the regular. I'm in my books on the regular, so I understand profound study. So we both practice Shidi. Whether he know it or not, I do. I got the definition of it. I had understanding of it. He's the one just doing it. You don't have to know what you're doing. My mother-in-law been living Mayat all her life, and once I listened to her story and explained to her what Mayat is, she loved it. Why? Because that's what she's been doing. She didn't know it. Now she do, and she can understand it. It fits perfect. When you have understanding, you can make things symbolically work, metaphorically understand anything that's presented to you. Be conscious. Be able to see all. Moving on. Now, we practice Shidi, which means to study what? Profoundly. To what? Penetrate the mystery. Get a full understanding. Get total understanding of the concept. That way you can live it, you can manifest it, and now you can teach it or preach it. My pastor preaches it, I teach it. But we both live it. Moving on. Now, okay, Shedi is a matter of what? She, Shedd, it means digging or excavation. They still doing Shedi over in Egypt to this day, excavating, digging up our ancestors. Call it archaeology now. Moving on. Another issue. I keep getting personal. Sorry about that. Move over. Now, Shedi means digging or excavating what? The depths of the teaching. Go deeper. And my man, Ralph Smart, you ready to deep dive? Man, I stay underwater, dog. Why? I know everybody can't handle it. I can dance underwater and not get wet. Check out George. I could do your boogie. The heart, understand this. The heart and your conscious mind, heart, conscious mind to know, and they become what? One, harmony. And it is what? Shed, Shedt, which is the feminine aspect. You know why? Because it's about to say it means suckling. I said that dot with the circle, if you symbolically understand, that's the nipple from what I said. Your mother, we all have what? Nurtured from the nipple. Not the new generation. Why? They give y'all bottles. They give you fake stuff. You don't feel. Another lesson. I ain't got time to go there. But we knew that what? The tip was nourishment. Watch this. Now, suckling process, whereby it's a metaphor. Watch this. It's an allegory story, which is perfect. Whereby as a child, you, the aspirant, receives what? Nourishment from who? The teacher. At that point, it's your mother. She's the first teacher. She's the first person that's going to nurture you from herself. You came out of her. She nurtured you from her until you were able to go on your own. But never forget, that's the parents. You respect thy mother and thy father, life will be long. If any one of my children raise up on me, I will take them out. I don't give a damn about what nobody says. Simple as that. Don't do that. We ain't got to worry about it. Because if you want to try it, test me. That's might not be what you want to do. I ain't that dude. I'm old school. I don't just say it. I'm going to be about it. Moving on. So as a teacher, and so the teacher and who? You right thinkers are the student. Y'all become like what? I'm Aset, you're Haru, respectively. Why? Because the wisdom that I give to you, aka Aset, being imparted to you, to what? To the qualified aspirants, which y'all are Haru, wanting what? What I'm giving you. Thus, the process of what? She do. Now we go on another one. She do is to what? Educate. Sorry about that. Train. See where I'm going with this? Rear a child. Hello. Sorry if I get excited. Because in my mind, I'm hoping it's clicking in your mind like it's clicking in mine. You are my children. God, it's all symbolic and metaphorically. And when you can grasp and understand it, it's a beautiful thing. That's my point. When you get to understand it. And watch this. I'm trying to get you like rearing child. It occurs what? So the path of Knowing thyself, righteousness, we call it Shidi. Why? The secret to what? The hidden divinity. You're in search of God, the truth. I'm about to get out. Why? Because I went in search of the truth over 35 years ago. And I found it. And I'm still there with the truth. It haven't changed. I just put it in position where we can understand it from my perspective for our culture right now. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. This is ancient information. Sorry. Calm down. It ain't new. But my goal is to get you to understand Shedi. That means hidden. And you have to Shedi, which is Shedy, what that means. Again, study what involves the discipline, spiritual disciplines. Guess what? We call it Smatawi, or you know it as Egyptian yoga. I started out with that 5 years ago. I'm still there. How about that? Okay. If it wasn't good, it wouldn't be around 5 years and what growing every day. I'm not out here waving a flag, throwing pom poms. No, I'm just doing what I do right here for you. Those who tune in, you know what you come to get. We come here, knowledge and understanding for thyself. Let's go. So, Sematawi, Egyptian yoga. After having dispelled, the goal is what we do: dispel. You ready? Ignorance. That means I'm going to give you enlightenment. I'm going to give you something and to develop what? Excuse me. You can develop insight and understanding. We got a name for him that's called Sa, S-A-A, meaning you have complete understanding and comprehension of what's being taught to you. That's the game. And when you attain men, which is establishment, you standing on your principles of Mayat, and Reek is spelled R-E-C-H. It means higher knowledge in Egyptian. That's the word they use for higher knowledge, and it's a symbol of a cup, a spiral, and a hotep sign. Stuff is too small, so I really can't show it to you on the book, but you have to use your imagination, work with me. All right. So Reek means higher knowledge. Then watch this. Then one is said to have opened, you ready? I gotta show you this, the divine eye. I rock the divine eye. Watch this. It means arit or iri, action. And it also means arat, A-R-A-T. That's the serpent power. That's the kundalini power. Y'all know for that, but we call it serpent power. We knew it also. Okay, so that means what? Which courses up through and perches the top of what? The jet pillow, which is Asar's body, with the top four layers, the fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh degrees in the red house, or the seventh level, the four top levels of the chain of the Kundalini chains. Again, this is all metaphorical. Esoteric knowledge is hidden. Why? The master don't know this. So that's why. And watch this. When your kundalini rises up to touch the top of the jet pillow, which is the subtle spine. The spine is connected to what? The brain stem. They come together. That's the other part of the body. That's the astral body. Why? It's built on the nervous system. Then you got one more than casual. Again, more insight on who? You, the body. And this entire process is what? Leads to what? You ready? Attaining Aku. You know what an Aku is? That sound about it is a bird, okay? It means illumination from within. And it says, Reek, I am if I. This means self-knowledge is the best knowledge. Know I in heart, mind, or break it down, I know what is in my heart. In other words, what? You ready? I know myself. That's my goal. And my mission that all right thinkers have that understanding so they can claim knowing thyself. Why? Through self-knowledge, which leads to, what, you ready for this? Ding, 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 ding. Nihas, or spiritual resurrection, enlightenment, knowing thyself, or spiritual awakening. In other words, spiritual enlightenment, whatever you call it. When you achieve it, you could care less what somebody else called it. Once you reach it, you know, nihas, I know thyself. That's why the I is more important. We're going to get to that in 1 minute. I'm almost home. Yeah, I got a few more minutes. Roll with me. We almost there. Now this is the good part. Of all the duties of your supposed to be clergy, okay, religious leaders, she taught not a religion One stands out because it is the foundation and goal of life. What could that be? Let me read it to you. The end and the aim of all those who toil and labors is the attainment, you ready, of self-knowledge, of the what? First and chief being. Self. Okay, you see where we're going with this? They knew this. This is ancient information. Who alone, watch this, who alone is the object of what? All understanding of the mind. All conscious, all knowing. You see where we're going with this? Calm down, get excited, sorry about that. And this knowledge that once you acquire, the goddess invites you to seek after her as being near and dwelling where? Continuously with her. That's I said, saying stay close to me. Use your intuitive knowledge. I got your back. I'm not leaving you. She said her husband twice. So yeah, if she gave you a promise, follow her. She gonna stick to it. She's the female God. And that's the mother. The teachings from the temple of Aset. How about that? Let me wrap this up for you. And I told you, complete total understanding is Sa. Then you got the Ab, which is the heart. The heart is considered the heart mind because it has its own brain. The conscious mind is yours. Understand that? That's why they say heart conscious is spelled Science. That means there's a scientific understanding about that. We knew that a long time ago. So now, then you got NEM, Nemm. That means to sit and dwell. Okay, these are all definitions of what they saw in the hieroglyphics that they had to meditate on, reflect on, learn, and practice. That's the deal. And Aset Sagura, it means place of making silent. What did God tell you? Still yourself. Why? To know that I am God. I'm talking. I need your undivided. And when you meditate, you're doing that voluntarily, willingly. You ain't fighting. A lot of times, people don't hear God's voice. Why? They're too busy doing other stuff. So they don't hear it. The best thing my mother said to me, and I knew we was on the same page. Get a little choked up. Get out of there. She said, I'm glad you listened. That voice inside the head, that's God. Get out of there, get out of there. Move on. Where we at? Moving down. Get out. Now, okay, the idea is to sit in the place, make it solid. I said, Hotep, that's the abode of the heart's peace. When the heart is at peace, when the mind is comfortable, you are at supreme peace. Hotep. Thus, the goal of life is to what? Always dwell with the divine. God conscious, be prayed up, whatever you want to call it, but we give you this advice a long time ago. I'm just letting you know how you can understand it from even a modern perspective. It ain't changed. And watch this. In the temple of Aset, it's a special discipline is enjoined for the true devotees. The true Christians, the true Muslim and Jews, they're going to follow the letter of the law of what their tenets say should be done. Those are true devotees, and everybody ain't true. That separates the real from the fake. And it is what? It will continually remain concentrated on what? The divine. Stay God conscious. I'm teaching you how to do that. Why? You ain't got to run around, oh Lord, pray. No, just be comfortable in your decision making, knowing that is it good for God? Will God be pleased with this action? Simple as that. It ain't got to be a whole bunch of nonsense. So maintaining a righteous lifestyle. Watch this. Listen and reflect upon what? And meditate on that practice. That's the way you learn. That's the way you sustain the brain with what? Practice. The ritual is to make an impression on the brain so you get the understanding, be part of it, live it, become it. Sound familiar? Practice is what? Is to be done in the abode of peace and silence. You don't go to God in a group. Group setting is extra. But when you and God having a one-on-one, that's what it means. One-on-one. And all that testimonies are good. I can have one every day. I come here with one. Why? Because I'm living a certain way. And if you're doing that, you will have a testimony every day. Why? Because you're getting reason to be blessed. While you're living, you're doing things that's bringing you the blessing. So it gives you the testimony. Some of them you want to keep to yourself. I got a lot of them. Moving on. But the term silence is phonetically related to what? The term Gerah, Gereh. That means darkness. That's what it means. So to dwell and remain what? In peace and solace and proximity to what? The divine is the practice of this discipline. Spiritual discipline. Meditation, reflection, and listening. Those are the criteria for what? Becoming enlightened. That's how you learn. And once you hear them, practice them things, now you know for yourself what you need to know. And it is this discipline that Sabah, SBA, illumines and teaches. I don't run around to I'm a Sabah. No. Say, yeah, why? Because I practice what I teach. And watch this. That discipline is incomparable. Why? Because it allows who? One, you to what? To discover the source of what? The spirit where? Within. Not out there, not up high. Within. We always had God in us. When I heard the burning bush talking to Moses, I heard all that nonsense about God. I don't subscribe to none of that. And that's why I have reason for it. Please don't. Well, you don't. Spare me that. Okay, moving on. I do know certain things. Okay, so moving on. Here we go. And within oneself, you have no pleasure. No pleasure can match what? That feeling. Because it comes from within. And no pleasure can match it. No worldly attainment can surpass it. No matter what you acquire, what you get, it's not going to do what that feeling of what? Knowing the right thing, living right, and professing the right thing will do when you help others. I get a better kick out of seeing people change for the better. Of course, I'm helping them with that. They ain't got to pay me for that. I'm being paid, and trust me, when you worry about money, you're doing it for the wrong reason. I do it for the people who need it, and I get a kick out of doing just that. That's the different mode, trust me. So when the personality finds peace, again, where? In silence and personal contentment, there is a special peace that emerges. Watch this. A peace that what? That transcends problems, earthly, worldly problems, faults, individual misgivings about anything. It is a peace wherein the opposites are what? All canceled out. Meaning if it's negative, get it out. What did I say in prayer? God, rebuke everything that's not of you. Again, we knew all of that. I'm trying to work with you. I hear the mockers. No, you got the right concept. Y'all on point, but are you practicing what you say? That's the problem. And watch this. It cancels out all the negative, they call it demons or negative thoughts. That is what Hotep, there you go, means. Supreme peace. What? With conscience being clear, at ease, not agitated. You ain't worried about every little thing, all the bunch of drama that you cause yourself with the fetters of being egoistic and wanting what you want. And now the consequences of doing the things to get what you want comes back and bites you in the tuchus. That's called karma. Understand this, please. Karma, blessing. God responsible for both. Understand that. Karma's God hitman. Why? God give you the blessing. If you do the right thing, you're going to be blessed. But if he got the same karma, that's not good. Moving on, just getting the concept. It's all metaphorical. I want you to understand the concept. You do bad, you get karma. You do good, you get blessed. Simple. Now, Hotep means what? The appeasement of what? The God and Goddess in you. They're happy with what you're doing. And from this perspective, those God and Goddesses are what? The opposing energies and the desires and the ideas, imagination, and delusions of the mind. To appease them, there must be full, total understanding of what? The teachings, aka of life and death. That's not that. That's mortality. Anything that's born is going to die. So if you're scared of death, you got the wrong idea. Moving on. Quick lesson. I ain't gonna make it. God dog it. God dog it. Yeah, I'm gonna end it right now because I got some good stuff coming for you. I need the time to get it all in. So again, right fingers in closing. May you all live to be 100 and me 100 minus a day. So I never know that right thing because like you passed away. I'll be right back. I got more for you. It's about to get good.